In this live stream, we'll be going over your YouTube questions to help you grow, even as a small creator. All this content will be organized in chapters, so you can feel free to skip through any of the questions in this video, so that way you can get the most knowledge with your time. And I believe we are officially live here. So thank you all who are going to be joining in. Can't wait to help you guys out and also just hang out and have a good time. I will definitely be doing more live streams like this in the future, just so that way I have, it's a great way to connect with you guys. And hopefully, if everyone says that they would show up in the community tabs, maybe we'll break 50 concurrent viewers. So feel free to put your comments into the chat. And at the end of the day, YouTube is getting someone to click, watch your video through till the end, and then watch another one of your videos. That's all YouTube is. That's all. And then everything in between is just figuring out how to accomplish that. So let's get into this. What is up, Mr. K? We've got Grub Mud in here. Nice to see you, sir. Comment in where you are from. Last time we did that like halfway through the stream, but I want to see where everyone's from right off the bat, where you're coming in at. I had someone in Romania comment and say they couldn't make it because it's going to be like 5 a.m. in the morning. So I may end up doing live streams differently depending, to service the entire world where everyone's coming from. So let's see where we got people. We've got Grub Mud from Indiana. Mr. Mike is in the room. He is from Canada. Not to mess over the Golden Knight. Thank you for joining. Hi from Ireland. We got Ireland here. Nice to see you. I do know where you're from. You're from the room next door. So I may end up banning Mr. K because she'll be spamming the comments. But she is in the other room. Let's see what else. We got Myanmar, if I'm saying that right. We got Trinidad. So great for you guys to hop in. Nice to see you all. And yeah, feel free to comment your questions about YouTube. Complete open, no judgment zone. Feel free to ask your questions or even stuff on mobile content creation. If there's ever been a time where I haven't been able to answer your question because I get so many comments, this is a perfect time to do that because I find that happens a lot on this channel. But yeah, so I was the first one then. Yes, you were. You were here first. Awesome. All right. So in the sense of like YouTube wise though, like I've even like chatted with people who've work on the YouTube platform. And even, they simple it down to getting a viewer to click, getting them watch through till the end, and then watch another one of your videos. Like that's the entire secret of YouTube. And the goal is to try and figure out how we can accomplish this. And I think a lot of people don't even start with the first part, which is just getting people to click. And in a video coming up, I'm going to be talking about one of my videos that flopped. And I went to my YouTube analytics, and you know what the reason why it flopped was? It had 18,000 impressions. That means 18,000 people saw the video's title and thumbnail. You want to know how many of those people actually clicked on my video? Out of 18,000 people, 1.3%. Out of 18,000 people, because my thumbnail and my title wasn't good enough. So I'm actually going to go back to that video. I'm going to have to edit that thumbnail, edit that title, make it more enticing. Normally for like a click-through rate of how many people should click on your video, and again, you can see all this in your YouTube analytics, it should be closer to 10%. It's going to change based on impressions, but the end goal should be getting a 10% click-through rate. And that's a high click-through rate of like a video that gets like a couple 100,000 views, of a video that gets 1 million views. It's up there. It's in that 8 to 10% click-through rate. So that's the first part everyone should start is, oh, my video is not getting views. Why is that? Look at your impressions, look at your click-through rate, And chances are what you're going to find is, oh, wow, YouTube actually showed this to 1,000 people and 1% clicked. Which was that mean? 1% of the 1,000. If my math's right, is that 10 people out of the 1,000 clicked on your video? If you have a 1% click-through rate on 1,000 impressions, what does that tell YouTube? Wow, no one was really interested in this topic or idea of this video. Yeah, we're not going to, we'll still try and promote it because you'll continue to get impressions, but it's like, oh, why am I serving this? I don't know why. So I think a lot of people need to focus on that first spot of getting people to click. Back to the comments here. What is up, XTN Ramalev? If I say that right. I'm just going to go for it tonight. I don't care. I might mispronounce your name. But I'm going for it. Let's see. Mobile end cards. Need that video ASAP. Let me solve the problem for you right now. We are doing a live solving just because it's going to probably take me a bit here. So, all right, here we are. We are on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search YouTube Studio. So we're going to pull it up, and there's the link. We'll let it focus here. Maybe turn down the brightness a bit. All right, YouTube Studio. There's the link right there. Just hold your finger down, and you're going to click Open in New Tab. By doing that, it's going to open it down below here in your little tabs of Google Chrome. I'm going to open that up. It's going to ask me, hey, you should get the YouTube Studio app, which that's not going to really do anything for us. We're going to click Continue to Studio. And boom, you are in YouTube Studio on your mobile device. And you can actually now, when you go to content, you may have to turn your phone sideways so you can actually, click on things. You can go right into the content section and click on your video and click add an end title. So there is your quick, I'll make sure to put an end card in here if you want to review that so you can get into those steps. But you're just going to click on that video. You're going to the YouTube editor in there, and then it'll let you add end cards in your videos. So there's a quick tutorial. I will put out a full video eventually here. I got a lot on my plate right now, but that is how you do end cards, sir, on a phone. And I do that a lot because that's the route I go to. I have a computer, but a lot of times I'm not even near my computer. So YouTube Studio on your phone, the full version, is pretty nice. Hey, I'm a small YouTuber with 6K subs, but my views are going down. Any tips? First of all, congrats on getting 6K. You're only like 4K away from 10,000 subscribers, which like 99% of people don't even get to 10,000. So good for you. You're growing. If you're at 6K, I think you can get past that and grow even further because, I started at, same spot. If views are going down, something you can check on your channel is what videos went viral, like what your top 10 videos are in the last 28 days. And YouTube Studio will show you that. And you'll see what was actually working, what was bringing viewers to your channel. Once you find out what that is, make more of that content. Example of me, when I was at like 2,000 to 8,000 subscribers, is when I made my first InShot video editor tutorial. That was the first time I made it. It got like 100,000 views and was still growing. Now it's somewhere at like 500,000. But I was right there. I had a video that was getting views. And once I found a video that was getting views, I 10x'd on that idea. I was like, oh, wow, people are looking for InShot tutorials. I better go and make an advanced editing tutorial for InShot. I better make a how to add music in InShot. And I just went with that concept because here's the thing that's going to happen. You're going to be bringing people in with whatever video is right now working for you that's bringing views. And then they're going to see a whole playlist of content related to that one video because YouTube's going to be like, okay, they're going to be like, hey, Golden Knight's video really brought in people, a whole bunch of viewers on this topic. Let's show them more videos from this creator that they like on the same topic, and then it's going to be served. And then those views will turn into more views on different videos. And then when you get them to watch more of your videos, they're going to start subscribing. So that would be my suggestion. Find the videos that are performing and make more of those videos, or similar ones, or follow-ups, or a continuation, or an update. 2022 is right around the corner here. You can make the 2022 update of whatever video went viral, or just something similar. That's what I would do. Find what works and continue with it. And if things haven't been really working too well, experiment. Start to try and find some things that maybe, you have to try new things. And once those things start working, build off of that too. So that'd be my advice for you. How to have a good personality on YouTube. Be yourself is probably the what you should do. Don't try and be a different personality on YouTube, because that's probably not going to last, and it's probably not you, and you're probably not going to enjoy it. So be yourself. That's probably the best personality to be. Just people like you for who you are, unless you're mean. But I don't think you're mean. What is up, Abby Richkowski? Nice to see you here. She just had a vlog today. You should go check it out. It's Den. Hello. I was told I say things too weird into the microphone, so it's just my announcer voice coming out. So I'm sorry, but I was told it sounds weird, but it's fun. It's me. It's my personality. I like being the announcer person. Anyway, hello, Karen. Nice to see you here. Thank you, Colin, for that. I can figure it out from there. Awesome. Sweet. Glad that was helpful for you. And I know you're not the only one struggling with that. And I had to figure that out for myself and be like, how on earth do I get the real YouTube studio to work on a phone? So I know that's going to be a good video that a lot of people will want to know. So, awesome. Listen to this. This isn't a question, but your last live stream helped so much. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. And guys, let me know what you guys thought of the chapters. I found it super helpful. Just seeing all the questions laid out. Guys, we got to get every single person who live stream to do chapters, because there's been like so many other creators I watch, like, okay, let's say Think Media did chapters for all their live streams where they're answering questions, or Nick Nimmin or D Nimmin. If they would just put chapters in, and you're able to go through an entire live stream, number one, super helpful for you guys who want to just, skip through the questions that you want to see. Number two, if you do it on your channel with your live streams, your watch time goes up. My watch time went up on that video, which is awesome. So yeah, thank you. What is up, Link, Ryan? What is up, Gamble B Slots? Nice to see you here. Thanks for coming out. You are welcome, Abby. It was a very funny scene in there. There's a funny scene in her vlog. You should definitely check it out. I found it very funny. I was almost tempted on YouTube. It was asking me, do you want to make this a YouTube short? And I was like, should I make this into a YouTube short? Just to take from her video? YouTube was recommending it. That would have been funny. Watching from Jamaica. Nice. Welcome to the stream. Probably a lot warmer there. Right now, I am from Wisconsin. We had a blast of 60 degrees in the middle of December, and now we're back down to like 30s and 20s at night. So very, very chilly where I am from. So Abby asked, what are you using to put the questions on the screen? On the screen, not the stream. What are you using to put the questions on the screen? I am using a live streaming software. The one I am using currently in this one is StreamYard. You can use other ones like Restream. That's another one I've used before, but actually all your comments are popping in on my screen, and I can just click on them and they pop up really easily. So yeah, live streaming software. I might have links to it in the description. Otherwise, yeah, Restream and StreamYard are good ones that you can use. And yeah, something like Restream. Yeah, exactly. Does your watch time go up on regular videos if someone fast forward or just live streams? No, even on regular videos too. Ultimately, at the end of the day, watch time is watch time, which is just how many seconds they're watching. I actually had a clever idea at one time, which was to make a video that you should only watch, that you can only watch at 2.0 speed. And my thought was, okay, the video would technically be like 20 minutes long and be slowed down. So someone would have to speed it up and it'd make it through more minutes of my video. That was my genius idea, but technically it doesn't work that way from what I've been told. So, yes, it's per like actual second watched on your video. So if people skip ahead and watch another part, that's fine. It's just more time they've spent watching your videos. So that's where I think that's why YouTube introduced chapters. When YouTube introduces features within their software, they're not just, the reason why is because they're trying to help you out. That's why they put end cards in. That's why they put chapters. That's why they have descriptions. That's why they allow you to pin comments. It's all to increase people watching your videos, or increasing engagement with your audience. So chapters, YouTube obviously wants your channel to do well. And so in their head, at least I would think, is, oh, if we put a chapters thing in, if we put chapters in, what if that got people, when they were getting bored of a certain segment, that they would skip ahead and continue watching more? That is their concept there, if I'm not mistaken. So use chapters and it'll definitely help you out there. All right. Yeah, Mike says he loves chapters. I agree with you, Mike. What is up, XD Woof? Can I use iPad for uploading and editing my videos? 100%. My entire channel is done from my iPad. My entire channel is done from my iPad. It's just a bigger screen than a mobile phone, same apps and everything. But yeah, absolutely. This entire channel runs on an iPad. Starting to move over to computer now that I've got, a bit of a better camera and I want to start learning different software. Absolutely. You can use an iPad. You can use a phone, whatever you need. Just execute. Go Cool Vlog says, hi, Colin. I have been doing YouTube videos, science, I'm just saying, since 2013, but I just have below 1K subs. Any idea, sir? Watching from Canada, originally from Bhutan. So if you've been doing videos since 2013, ultimately, I wish I could pull up I could technically share my screen and pull up your channel. We could take a look at that. I'm just not ready to do that whole thing yet. Eventually I'll be able to. But if just by guessing from your channel, all right, so take that with a grain of salt. Go Cool Vlogs. You're probably a vlogging channel. At the end of the day, and I've said this before on the stream, I'm sorry if it's repetitive. The goal of YouTube is to get people to click, watch till the end, and watch another one of your videos. So the spot you probably want to start is looking at your videos and those analytics and seeing what those are like. So it could be, what it could be is when you go to your YouTube analytics, look at the impressions. Impressions are basically how many people saw your thumbnail and title. And then your click-through rate is that how many people clicked as a result of seeing your thumbnail and your title. If you have a lot of impressions, but like no click-through rate, it means your thumbnail, your title, or even maybe your topic is not interesting enough. See, a lot of people think, okay, if I just get enough keywords in there in the title and I make the thumbnail real interesting, boom, people are going to watch. But that's not always the case. What if your topic's boring? What if you could have the best title with keywords on how to repair a puppet and a nice thumbnail that's really bright and colorful that kind of shows repairing a puppet. But if there's not a lot of people interested in the topic of repairing puppets, your video is just not going to perform. It's just not a good topic. It's not something interesting. It doesn't appeal to a broad enough audience. So something you have to be careful of with vlogs is what is that title? What is that thumbnail? And if it's actually interesting. And YouTube will tell you in their analytics if it's actually interesting or not. They'll say, hey, look, the click-through rate is 1% or 0.5. But impressions wise, we showed this to 100 people, 500 people, 1,000, and no one clicked. No one clicked. Something I have seen that other vloggers do is they create content on interesting topics that are popular or that might get people to click. Example being Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat's, big vlogger, millions of subscribers. Everyone usually knows who he is as he's like one of the main vloggers on YouTube. If you go to his channel and look at the most popular videos, they're not just vlog titles. They're not just like my day at the park or we saw something. All of his like top 10, in his top videos, you'll find what it's like in a first class flight. That's an interesting topic. I wonder what it is like in this fancy first class flight. Or it's try to think of some of his other titles that were up there. It's his documentary on bicycle lanes in New York City, and it has a very interesting thumbnail and title. Like that's the type of things. At the end of the day, the goal is to get people to click. So you'll have to experiment with that. How do I get more people to click on my videos? So take a look at your analytics. That's where I'd start and move on from there. Yeah. Also, guys, let me know if I'm talking too long on each question, if I should cut it down shorter. So I think I do blab a little too long. I just want to answer a question fully, but if I do blab too much, let me know. And I will cut my questions shorter. That way I can get probably more questions in. All right. Let's keep her moving. What is up, sir? Nice to see you here. What is one of the biggest things to know when you start on YouTube? The biggest thing to know is YouTube is a long run. It is not a sprint. It is not like this quick thing that you can grow super fast at. There's a lot of different hats you have to wear and put on, like thumbnail designer, video editor, how to hook an audience, how to keep them engaged, how to find the right topic, how to read your YouTube analytics, how to write a good description of your YouTube videos. There's how to use your camera, how to light yourself for your videos. There's so many different hats. So don't consider it a sprint. You need to make sure that, and have the right motive going in too. Why are you doing a YouTube channel in the first place? Is it to turn it into a business? Is it to just have fun? Have the right intentions. I would think would be one of the biggest things to know when you start on YouTube. And probably that consistency wins. You need to take action more than overthink things, and learn from making mistakes on YouTube, learn from attempting to do different things. I think those would be important things. Moving on, I'm going to try and keep my questions shorter. Let's do this. I just kind of scrolled a little too ahead. There we go. Speaking of chapters, how long should your videos be before you add chapters? As long, like if it's like a 2 or 3 minute video, I probably wouldn't add chapters, but it all depends on the video. At the end of the day, chapters don't hurt you if you have chapters in there, but you also want to make sure they're intentional. You don't want to have like a chapter every 15 seconds. Probably, having a chapter every minute to 2 minutes makes sense because those are easy to skip through and scroll through. If it's a point video where it's like 5 different points, it makes sense to put 5 different chapters in, or different scenes. But yeah, that'd be my opinion. How can I get my subscribers to grow? Ultimately, I would think is getting more views on your videos will get you more subscribers. So for me, every 100,000 views I get 1,000 subscribers is basically how the math works out. So your goal should be then, how do I get 100,000 views on my videos? Ultimately start just making some, experimenting, finding what works, and then making more content similar to what works would be my opinion there. Because ultimately, yeah, you need to get views in order to get subscribers, and also be niche down. Make sure people know that, not at the beginning of your video say this, but make sure they know that your channel is all about that topic. So that way they're like, oh, well, if this guy's all about this topic, I better subscribe and follow him because he's going to have more valuable information for me. But at the end of the day, solve people's problems, make them happy by solving their problems. And most of the time they'll subscribe. I solve people's problems on my channel, how to add music to an editor, how to do green screen effects. I'm solving people's problems. I'm adding value to them. So they'll subscribe. And then they also see that I'll continue to add value because my channel is all about, teaching all those same things. Hi, is there a way to do picture-in-picture like a reaction video with InShot? Yes, there should be. There should be an overlay button or a picture-in-picture button within the InShot app. I'm almost like 100% sure there's picture-in-picture that you can do within InShot. Otherwise, for sure, CapCut. As I tend to use CapCut now more than InShot, just because then I don't have to worry about premium features or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with premium features. It's just I don't want to pay monthly for the service. But yes, there should be an overlay option. Otherwise, worst comes to worst, CapCut for sure has it. I could probably, Abby says, I'd love to see your live stream setup sometime. I'm really curious how it works. I could probably do a video on my live stream setup. That might actually be a good topic idea. So I will put that on my list of things to do. Lemon asks, also nice to see you, Lemon. Would it be better to buy a $200 a year editing software, better interface and more advanced, or a $70 lifetime, good interface, and more of a basic and more time saving? My first few years editing, I had a basic editor that was like a one-time purchase of probably close to like $60, $70. It might have been 99 or something like that. I would say probably the ease of basic and time saving over advanced. Like right now with my channel, like I want to get into After Effects. I want cool slide in templates. I want animations on the screen, cool text effects. Like that's the route I'm going at now, like my stage, as well as wanting to make courses in the future. So now I'm getting into more advanced stuff like Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects and stuff like that. But all the way up to where I'm at now, which is 86,000 subscribers, I've been just using LumaFusion and CapCut here and there. LumaFusion was $30. That's all I paid for the editing software, and I've been using it for like the entirety of this channel. So definitely go simpler if it's easier. Don't go the complex route unless, maybe in the future you want to do like freelancing, like freelance video editing, and it might be useful to learn the advanced features. But no, ease of use, hands down, is the better option. What is up, ABU Pro Gaming? Nice to see you here. Next. Even Grubud says, I use a Galaxy Tab 7 Plus 2, record, edit, and watch videos. I've introduced a better camera now, but I started with just that. My thought was buy one thing. I could do everything with 1080p, 30 frames per second. Decent start. I do everything in 1080p still. Like I don't even shoot in 4K yet. That's how simple I am, guys. I don't even mess around with 4K because it's way too big of a size. Most people can't, most people are watching on their phones. So 1080p, there's no real 4K display phones. So 1080p is fine. It's fine. And down the line, you can always get 4K. Sorry. Let's keep going. Oh, dude, I appreciate you, man. That is awesome. I appreciate you. I am. Yes, I appreciate you. Oh my gosh. And thank you, sir. Everything, Priscilla. I appreciate you taking notes. Be sure to also check out the other live stream too. I do have a lot of other YouTube questions that were asked in there. A lot of value. But awesome. That's so cool. So the I guy says, just uploaded my very first video today. Went for conspiracy clickbait and a decent thumbnail. Any tips going forward? I mean, if you want to be a conspiracy, YouTube channel, I don't know if that's actually what you want to do, but if you do, I'd say focus on current events, Illuminati confirmed, current event, whatever is going on, because whatever trending topics going on, that's when people are going to be searching up videos, they're going to be researching the information coming out, and if your conspiracy video is on that, I think that'll, help it take off. So you got to be right on top of things right when they come out. It's probably a super simple setup. Otherwise, if that is totally not what you want to go for and you want to go a different route, obviously go that route. But that, based on if it is conspiracy, that's what I do. Focus on current events, news channels do well, and sharing your opinions on news, yeah, go for it. All right. Ray Quaza Test channel says, how do I shorten long game replays that have to be watched? So something I watched recently, there's a few video editing channels where they'll teach you kind of ways to increase audience retention. I can't think of the guy off the top of my head, but if you search, video editing audience retention, I'm sure he's one of the top videos that'll pop up. But this is basically the concept he said, is if there is a section in your video that you can cut out where this part makes sense and this part makes sense, and you can completely cut out one chunk, cut it out. So in a game, for example, I'm going to throw an example out there. Let's say Rocket League, it's a pretty big game. I was going to pick Fortnite, but I think Rocket League is probably more in style now. With Rocket League, maybe you're playing a game, it's long-term gameplay, you're hitting the ball back and forth. If there's a section in that gameplay where there's not much going on, the ball's just going back and forth and no one's really scoring, and the video still makes sense with that part, like a minute of it cut out, cut that minute out. Because if ultimately it doesn't add to the value of the content, just get it out of the video. There's plenty of times where I shoot videos too, not gaming, but I'll shoot videos and I'll realize, wow, I spoke like 5 sentences there that don't necessarily need to be in the video. And so I cut them out. The more recent video I did on the passive income courses, that was an hour-long live stream, an hour-long chat between me and him. And I had to go through and be like, how do I make this video still make sense, but allows me to cut things out? So I went through and I was like, okay, I can leave this out. I can leave this out. I can leave this out. And boom, he's only talking for 2 minutes here and we're on to the next question. So find places where if you were to cut out a big chunk, people wouldn't really notice anything, changing. It wouldn't affect the story or what's going on. And just do that for your whole video. That'd be my suggestion. What is up, Harnish? Gil, nice to see you here. You are welcome, sir. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We're at 19. I think we went to 22. We got to get at least to like 25. My 86,000 subscriber channel's only got you got to get to 25 live streamers or 25 people present. We can do it. Let's see. Love your videos. 2 quick questions. 1, how do you put CapCut in landscape position for editing rather than portrait? Because everything is so small. So on an iPad, it'll let you do landscape. Otherwise, if you are on a phone, I think for now it can only be in portrait mode. For me personally, I've been able to edit in CapCut with the portrait mode and been okay with it. A lot of times I was editing shorter form content like TikToks or YouTube Shorts and whatnot. But you should, the only really way to do it is with an iPad. And the second question, can you download CapCut in a Mac computer? I do not believe so. CapCut is made by the company that made TikTok. So it's designed, if I'm not mistaken, for TikTok. That's why it's really only a mobile app, is because the creators of TikTok made it. They're trying to help people create more TikToks. So a little bit of information there. They're both the same company. CapCut's pretty awesome. Absolutely. Most solid video editing app that you can get for free. And that's probably why so many people want to get it on their computer. It's because it's a solid app. Let's keep going. Thank you so much, Prince Dumas. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting closer to the bottom, so I'm going to get through all of these questions. I will not end this live stream until I've answered all your questions. So hopefully you guys don't have too many. All right, so let's see here. Next question is from Reagan. What advice would you give to people who have a lot of hobbies and want to make YouTube videos, but are struggling with prioritizing making videos over all the other things they want to do? This is an awesome question. It's solid. I was actually watching something recently where someone was talking about kind of like the same concept. And basically what they were saying is you can do anything, but you can't do everything. I don't know if that's the quote perfectly, but you can do anything, but you can't do everything. And that's just the case in life. Like there's so many cool things that I want to pursue personally, but I have to be specific on what those are. Like I can't have, 4 to 8 hours of video games every day and want to grow a YouTube channel into a full-time income. I can't. I have to pick and choose. I can still play games every now and again, but I can't play video games like I used to when I was like 17, 18, 19, where I just play until 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. Now I'm staying up and I'm trying to build a business on YouTube. So you have to prioritize what's valuable in your life. Now, I think what's good news for a lot of people is that a lot of areas where we're just lazy and we waste away the hours, like me, playing video games or watching Netflix or movies, or just, relaxing, scrolling through TikTok. There's a lot of ways where even if you free up like 15 to 30 minutes every day and put that towards YouTube or, a YouTube hobby, 15 to 30 minutes a week. What is that? That's like 3.5 hours. If you did 30 minutes every single day, 30 an hour, hour 32, 230, 3 hours and 30 minutes a week that you could give to YouTube if you can just free up 30 minutes. So for maybe one section, you're like, okay, I'm going to write ideas for videos for 30 minutes. So cancel out all notifications, shut off the phone, pen and paper. All right, YouTube ideas. This is my niche. This is what I want to get into. This is my hobby. Here are some ideas. Maybe research some questions people are asking within your hobby who are wanting to learn your hobby. There's a lot of people asking this question about, let's say the hobby's knitting, how to start knitting for beginners. Okay, maybe I could do a video on that and show people what I've learned about knitting. Okay, next day, maybe you record the video on it, and then the next day you're editing it, and then the next day you're working on your thumbnail, and just in 30-minute chunks you could create videos. And maybe you would need if you're brand new to YouTube and it takes a lot longer, maybe you have to just upload every other week. But just by prioritizing your time for what's important to you, I think you can achieve that. So priorities, you got to focus on those. Let's see. What? Really? Oh, my word. Oh, geez. I mean, clickbait isn't necessarily the best route I would go. um, but nice, very nice. Forest Fire commenting on previous comment. I love how simple you are. I film in 1080p. I agree 4K is too big of files, and I watch videos on my phone. I figure out many others do as well. Yeah, absolutely. Even 720p is fine. Like if your phone's really that old and it can only shoot 720p, no one cares. Mr. Beast shot on his phone and got 200K subscribers just shooting on his phone. And that was 1080p or 720p. Really doesn't matter. Content is what matters. I will sit and I will watch someone on a webcam who just recorded off of their computer for an hour if what they're saying is valuable and is solving my problems and is interesting to me. Absolutely. Let's see. I saw your actual thumbnail for this live. Was that anything tricky or pretty much the same thing? It wasn't too tricky. It was tricky trying to figure out how to upload it. For the thumbnail, I literally just found, I searched multiverse on Google and found a multiverse photo, going for the theme of this week of multiverses. And then just threw some text in my picture using Fonto, the app. So very easy that way, but I did have to try a few things to get it to upload to a live stream. Definitely need a desktop for that. That's one you're probably not gonna be able to do on your phone. So that part was tricky. Dancy, sorry if I mispronounced that, says, I shoot 4K and I do lots of video cropping, then export in 1080p. Do you think shooting 8K with smartphone can give me more flexibility to crops and still have decent 1080p when I export? Absolutely. And that's the same concept. Like shooting 4K, if you like to do cropping and you don't want to lose quality, like I crop in 1080p currently. Like whenever I do crop ins where it's a zoom in, zoom out, it's 1080p. So it's probably cropping down to 720p. That's fine. It's fine. However, if you're someone like Marquez and you're like, I need 8K, I need it to be sharp, or you just enjoy the high quality, video of it. Yeah. 8K is, what is that? 8 times the quality of 1080p. So you can crop in, 8 times more. It might not be as sharp as like a lens and like focus might not maybe off a bit, but yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to use the resolution while still, exporting in 1080p. I just don't like the storage size. It's a pain. My dude made a mobile game. Sweet. Very cool. I appreciate it. Yes, smash the like button. I don't think I've ever said that in one of my videos. Smash the like button for YouTube algorithm. But I appreciate the likes. Lets me know that, hey, you guys enjoy the live stream. Appreciate it. Let's see here. I don't have any questions. I just like your channel, bud. Thank you, bud. I appreciate it, sir. Mr. Roma. Tomato. All right. Do you know anything about the app Vita? I do. I was thinking about making a Vita app tutorial like a couple of months back and just never did. I felt like the app just didn't get enough popularity really around it to where I felt like it would be a video that would perform well. So I just never made a tutorial on it. But I am familiar with it. And I've also heard good things about it from other people. So it's probably a decent app, just based on other mobile creators talking about it. Yeah. How do you put blurry background on video from an iPhone? If you have an iPhone 13, you got cinematic video. Otherwise, one of the other options, I actually did this in a more recent video. You can actually, within the CapCut app, make a blurry background using their software. If you want to go check that video out, it'll say blurry background on your video. It's like one of the more recent videos. You could check that out. Otherwise, there are some apps that'll try to use software to do it, actively while you're filming. But in post-production, you could use the CapCut app to do that. Let's see. Here's a comment. Thought it was interesting. Um, I feel like constant movement in the screen is a tactic that keeps viewers entertained. Example, a text with a moving background. Yes, but it also depends on who your audience is. For example, maybe the content you create maybe attract more people who are in the older generation, like their 50s and their 60s. And if you go all modern with text flying around and constant action, sometimes that's not appealing to that audience. So ultimately know your audience too. Like for me, I've got a younger audience. They're all like 18 to 32 is like 80% of my audience. So, but for sure, adding text, ways to engage your audience, having text. And even if you're just putting text in, just for each word you say can add engagement, having the proper B-roll in your videos. And you can get free stock videos they can use as B-roll. B-roll, for those who don't know, is basically when you hear someone talking and you're seeing different clips or you're seeing different photos pop up on the screen and you're no longer seeing the main person's face. It's basically what B-roll is. But yeah, you can get free stock videos from like pexels.com, Pexels, pexels.com, free stock footage, and that'll help increase engagement in your videos. You can add text, you can add stickers, also changing the scene up. I actually saw a tweet from someone more recently where they were analyzing Casey Neistat's most recent vlog, and there were 52 scene changes in 2 minutes. 52 scene changes in 2 minutes. Can you imagine how many different camera setups that is? 52. That's a lot of movement. That's a lot of engagement. That's a lot of changing the scene. And I know when I started YouTube, I had one scene. It was one video that I clicked record on and just started talking for like 4 minutes. No scene change, no nothing different, no like crazy text effects, no B-roll, no music to help kind of like add to the vibe. Having those elements in there can increase your engagement. I will have a video coming out on, more engagement related and how to edit in a way that'll increase engagement. So that'll be coming quick. When I do reaction and use CapCut for green screen, it always cuts in the video. How do I fix that? I have had experiences with the software. I don't know if this is the problem you had, Sky Breezy, where the software kind of like cut off part of your body or your like face, trying to just remove the background, but then it kind of removes part of you. Ultimately, the key for that is making sure you're really separated from your background, either using lighting or even using just a makeshift green screen. It doesn't have to be a green sheet. It could be a white sheet. It could be a blue sheet, but just something that stands out from you to kind of help the software out. Because basically what happens is the software just doesn't, can't help distinguish between you and the background. So that'd be my focus. I'd focus on that. Dummy Boys asked, is uploading whenever you feel likes it instead of having a schedule have a negative effect to your channel, but is it better for your mental health? Good question. So it doesn't matter when you upload. It really doesn't. You can upload whenever you want. If that's better for your mental health, do that. Just do that. However, if you post on the same day and your viewers know you post on the same day, then it's kind of in their head that, oh my goodness, it's Friday. That means Colin has a new video out. I've been kind of periodically posting on Friday now, where it's like, oh, he posts every single time. Or even if you put in your channel banner above your YouTube channel, videos out every Friday, that'll get people to come and watch. I know back in the day, going back 11 years or so, when Smosh made videos, they posted them Friday at 7 p.m. specific time. You want to know where I was 11 years ago? On Friday at 7 p.m., waiting for them to click the publish button on their video so I could be in the first 301 viewers that were watching the video. So uploading on a schedule is super important because that's going to help people see, oh, this is when they upload, and that'll help you get your first amount of views in the first 24 hours to really let YouTube know it's a good video. So posting on a schedule helps, but at the end of the day, mental health kind of goes above pretty much everything. So that's my opinion. Guys, we hit 27. We beat the 25 record. Woo! Yeah. Good job. Awesome. So glad we beat it. Claps in the chat, everyone. Awesome. Or dabs. Can we dab in the chat? I don't know if it'll actually show me all the dabs on the screen here in StreamYard, but make that guy dab. We hit 25. Sweet. Now we gotta get to 30. That'd be pretty cool. All right, let's keep on going with this stream. We're at 51 minutes. Whew. I need some water. Water break. Cheers, everyone. Drinking that water on a Friday night. Ooh. Inserts, dab, and clap. Awesome. All right, back to questions. Could you make a video tutorial for streaming on YouTube with mobile? Absolutely. Add it to the list. I will put that on my list of videos to come out with. So sure, I'll definitely do that. Here. He says subs, 331 views, 73,000, 20 videos, joined May of 22. No, I think that's decent, man. I think that's decent. I created this channel technically January of 2018. And it took me like 6 to 9 months to get 100 subscribers. So technically, I think you're growing faster than me at that point. So keep it up, especially 73,000 views. That's a lot of views. It's a good amount of views. So no, I think that's solid. And do you know any app for YouTube thumbnails? I use 2 different apps for my YouTube thumbnails. The first is, I'm actually going to see if I can put a little banner on the screen to show you how the apps are spelled. And Photo. Boom. Let's see if this works. So those are the 2 apps I use, Juxtaposer and Fonto. Juxtaposer is basically an app that allows me, we hit 30. Let's go. We hit 30. Now we got to get up to like 50. That'd be awesome. Thank you, everyone who's here. Stay in. We got to get to 50. Share to the moon. Anyway, Juxtaposer and Fonto. For Juxtaposer allows you to remove the background from your photos. So that's what I use to get the thumbnail look where I'm like, and woo. That's basically where that comes from. And then Fonto is the app that I use to add text to my videos and kind of organize all my stuff and, get the PNGs of different apps and stuff. I use Fonto. Juxtaposer is only for iOS, but Fonto is on iOS and Android. So if you are on an Android, what you need to do is just get an app that can remove the background of your photos. So that's what I use for mine, and works very well. That'd be my recommendation. Another question. Saw the video about the blurry background. Was a little fuzzy on the side. Is there a way to fix that? In my past experience, there were a few times where I've done it where it wasn't so fuzzy, unnatural along the sides. There were times where it wasn't. It really depends on the scenario. So sometimes you can get it really good. Other times, it doesn't come out as perfect as you want it to. But yeah, it takes some experimenting to really get it right. What is up, Desmond? Desmond, the Moon Bear. Sweet. Let's see here. Hey, Colin, I appreciate you. Have discovered your channel and the app CapCut. I began my channel in May. Since then, I have 135 subs and going at a pace I can expect with the genre of content. Sweet. That is awesome, sir. You're going fast. You're past 100 subs. That is the hardest part, guys. 100 subs. Once you're past that, it's like, oh, I finally have some viewers who are watching me. It's a great feeling to be past the 100. So good job, sir. Let us see. Oh, here we go. This is an awesome question from Chris. Saw a comment. What is the best way to do a second video of something? When your first video did very well, make viewers wait or post sequel video ASAP? I would say try and post the video ASAP if it's performing well. Because you want to ride that wave of viewers. So if you posted a video and it's starting to get traction, starting to get views, it's starting to take off, you want to have a follow-up in there so that the sooner you post that, the sooner YouTube can connect the both. And then what you can also do is go back to the original video, go put an end card in of the next video you want them to watch. So we were talking about that earlier in the live stream. I will have a chapter for that, so you can go and watch how to put an end card with your mobile phone. Otherwise, on a computer, just go into YouTube Studio, click on the video, go to the editor, and in there you can, add an end card to the next video. So when they get to the end of watching the video that's taking off, they're like, oh, here's a follow-up. Here's another video similar to this. I'm going to go watch that. That's a great way to start. And, I'd say go nuts with it. Go crazy. If something's working, you should be making all the follow-ups. Make an entire playlist of videos that people can just watch. Because maybe the first video you make as a follow-up just didn't work. And maybe it sucked. But maybe the third video you made as a follow-up, that's the one. That's the key. And that's where the first video, and then it sends them to the third video, and maybe it sends them to the fifth video, all on that same topic. So ride the wave. And the waves don't last forever. They don't last forever. So hop on it as fast as you can, but also don't kill the quality of the video. All right. Why is that banner still up? Banner. Hide away. Nice. Could you make a tutorial on how to voice chat using Pinch app? Possibly. I have not heard of the app, but I will consider it. I'll add it to my list of research. Can you make a tutorial on how to live stream on YouTube with less than 1,000 subs? As it is a new feature on YouTube. I could do something like that. If that is something that just came out, brand new feature, that is definitely something I could hop on and take a look for. Let's see here. What happens if you don't get 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours in 12 months? Can you still apply for monetization? If I'm not mistaken, just because I haven't had that happened, I've also had multiple channels monetized personally. What I think it does is it's in a 12-month segment. So let's say you got 3,500 watch hours and it's the end of month 12. It's only going to not count anything past that. So now it'll be the watch hours from, let's say, February of 2020 to February of 2021. And then it's March to March and April to April, and it just kind of slowly moves. So it's not like all of your hours disappear once you hit 12 months and you have to re-get another 4,000. It's just within a 12-month period of some sort, you need to hit 4,000, if I'm not mistaken. So, you can still get monetized after that. What is up? Nice to see you here. Shush. And I think these are all the comments about hitting that 30. That is awesome, guys. That is sweet. 30 is a big number for a live stream. I may have like a larger amount of subscribers than an average channel, but still having this many people watching you live and like commenting. That's awesome. It's really awesome. And I'm glad each and every one of you are here watching. So thank you. Thank you for being here and wasting your Friday with me. We all don't have, yeah. All right, let's move on. How can I make my channel have a lot of impressions? Does YouTube do it automatically, or is there a way where you can get a lot? So the way you get a lot is by getting people to click on your video. So impressions will always happen. I have a video, and this is one of my favorite ones to bring up. I have a video from 7 years ago. It is a PowerPoint on a completely different channel. The thumbnail is a thumbnail of the PowerPoint. It's not even a custom thumbnail. It's just a title. It's a 2-minute video, and it's just me doing a voiceover for a PowerPoint. Boring. One of the most lamest starts to YouTube. It wasn't even a vlog. It was a PowerPoint. And you know what? Even though it was 7 years ago, it still gets impressions to this day because YouTube never gives up on you. I think people think that the YouTube algorithm gives up and makes them, it just favors the bigger creators, but the algorithm suppresses us small creators. It's not true. When you go and look at impressions, it shows that YouTube is recommending your video. But the thing is, no one's clicking on it because guess what? It sucks. It sucks. I know it hurts. It hurts to see that you've spent hours making this, you designed a thumbnail, and no one watches it. I had that. I had that happen with some of my videos that I'm passionate about. But you know what? The facts don't lie, but you can change those facts. So if you want to increase your impressions, you have to get more people to click. So you can update your title to make it more enticing. Instead of shoving it, remove all these keywords. If there's a bunch of keywords in the title, knock those out and focus on just getting people to click based on the topic. And with the thumbnail, you want to update that and try, make multiple thumbnails and try each one out. And then look at your analytics and see how it performs with impressions. Are there more click-throughs? YouTube is an analytical game, to an extent. You don't have to be Mr. Analytical if you want to grow on YouTube, but it sure helps because then you can actually see how things are performing and what's working and what's not working. So if you want to increase impressions, you might have to change those things, but it very well could be your topic just is horrible and no one's really interested in that topic, in that idea of the video. And so no one's just clicking on it. But that'd be my thoughts. I will have content further on this channel about impressions coming up shortly. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Toby1 Kenobi. That is the best YouTube channel, man. Toby1 Kenobi. Do we earn money with YouTube Shorts? Yes, you can. If you go and Google the YouTube Shorts Fund, it'll take you to the official page where I'll talk about monetization for YouTube Shorts. But it is something. YouTube's putting $100 million that they're going to be giving to YouTube short creators. So yes, there's a lot of money that can be earned in YouTube Shorts. We are past the hour mark, so I may attempt to finish up shortly. Let's see here. What is the best video editor for M1 MacBook? Any recommendations, please? I think the best, so I have an M1 MacBook. I've got my 14-inch baby here, and I'm actually going to be trying to start editing on it. For me, I think the best one is Premiere Pro and After Effects, if you have the money for it. They just had their Black Friday sale, and that's when I bought my subscription, because you can get the whole Adobe suite for $30 a month. Reason why I got it is because I want to get into fancy slides, fancy effects, fancy animations, and stuff like that. However, if you're just on the free side right now, just use iMovie. iMovie is really solid on, it's completely different than the phone version. and it's really nice and can edit really well. If I'm not mistaken, Graham Stephan, who has like, a couple million subscribers, still edits in iMovie. So it's not a bad editor, not a bad place to start. But if you have the money, get the Adobe Suite. Oh my gosh, I did not see a super chat. What? People are sending super chats. Oh my gosh. Thank you, sir. Oh my word. That is awesome. That is my first super chat. You're my first super chat, sir. I'm going to frame you on the wall. Thank you. I should probably have a stream of my my live stream open so I can see super chats, because golly, that is awesome. But very cool. Here, now we have the inception here of Colin. So nice. There we go. All right, moving on. Oh no, I see it. There we go. Here it is. Super chat. Oh my gosh. You're the best. Thank you, sir. That is my first donation I've ever gotten. You rock. Very cool. All right. No, I just lost my spot, but thank you. But I really appreciate it. This is the comment of the day. That's my cup. It's my cup now. Mr. K is in the other room, just in case anyone didn't know that. Mr. K is technically a Mrs. K. Anyway, where were we? Man, I did totally miss that. It wasn't in there, and I totally missed it. Oh, and we got another one? Do we have another one? Oh my gosh, we got another super chat. Oh my word. Thank you so much, Prince Dummis, if I'm saying that correctly. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I've never had people actually like donate or like a membership or anything like that, and I just randomly turned on, the super chats. So thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome, man. That's great. That made my night. Thank you. I'm just thankful you guys could be here and even hang out with me. So that's the reason why I wanted to start live streams. Not just because it's a way I can connect with the people who actually subscribe to this channel and talk with them and hang out. So awesome. All right, let's keep going on. Where can I get free lo-fi music for free copyright? When I was getting started on YouTube, I just searched like lo-fi copyright free music, and there's a lot of channels that actually will allow you to use their music copyright free. They're just artists who put out music. They want, people to subscribe. And then all you really have to do in order to use their music is like reference them in the description, just in case anyone else wants to listen to their song or download it or something like that. So you can find that on YouTube and then just like use your screen recorder on your phone, capture the audio, and then, put that into your video editor. So that definitely works. And something I did when I got started, it was on a free budget. And that'd be my recommendation. There's some platforms out there too, where you can do something similar. But yeah, that would be the, recommendation there is, just find the free stuff on YouTube. That works. Can you give advice on how to write the perfect video titles? I don't think I have the book near me. It's probably in the other room. If you want to write perfect video titles for your channel, learn copywriting. You need to learn copywriting. You may be like, what, copywriting? Isn't that the thing where if I use someone's song, I get copyrighted? There are two different things. There's copyrighted and copy, like actual writing. So copywriting is basically the skill of getting someone to read or click on something. So back in the day, copywriters would write things in the newspaper and headlines and advertisements to get people to see what they, see their advertisement. And now it's become, even magazines still. You go to the grocery store, and the magazines have these headlines that are designed to try and get people to open up the magazine. That is what copywriting is. If you can learn that skill, which there are free tools on YouTube that'll teach you copywriting. There are blog posts dedicated to teaching copywriting. If you can learn how to get people's attention and capture their interest, that is the secret to good titles. And that is, probably the best resource you can use. And I'll leave it at that because it's so in depth. There is so much I could talk on, as I've read a few books on copywriting. It's so in depth. So yeah, just search, how to copyright, or how to write enticing titles, copywriting. You'll find tons of articles, tons of YouTube videos, dive deep into that. But yeah, that'd be my suggestion there. Actually, I'll leave link down below. Once I go through and add chapters, I'll actually leave a link to some copywriting stuff in the description of this video. So that way, whoever watches the replay of this can click on the link and go right to a video on copywriting. So I'll do that. So give me some time to put in all that stuff, and we'll definitely do that. Let's see here. No worries, sir. You do not need to send a super chat. Just appreciate you here. Thanks for being here. Oh my goodness. Don't self-promote me. Yes, I do have courses on Skillshare. So technically, if you do click the link in the description, you get like 14 days free of Skillshare, which means you can watch all the courses I've put up on there, and you can watch any other course on Skillshare too during that 14-day free trial. So I've used the free trial and I watched a ton of videos. So everything from like Marquez Brownlee, the tech reviewer, he has his own videos up on there on how he films his videos and edits them and writes his scripts and everything. Videos on creating videos on your smartphone, editing, everything. So, even though I have courses up on there, I can say whether you watch me or not, Skillshare is a great resource. There's a lot of quality content on there. And you do get a 14-day free trial if you do click my link. So thank you for self-promoting me, Roma. I appreciate it. Let's see here. How could you improve your engagement and impressions through thumbnail and title? We did talk a bit about this. The main thing with it is a big part of it is your topic, and then writing those titles in a way that's engaging. Which, again, going back to that copywriting topic, learn to write copy. Again, just read a few blogs on copywriting, and you'll understand that process of capturing your viewer. Something I can share on copywriting briefly, just so we don't go too in depth in it, and I have time to go through everyone's question here. But a big thing with copywriting is knowing the keywords your audience says. So for example, one of my videos I did was on Filmic Pro, which is like the app for smartphone for like filmmaking and using manual controls. I know in the filmmaker community that the film look, in quotation marks, is what's often used to define cinematic video. It's the words that audience uses in their vocabulary, the film look. Most people wouldn't know what exactly that is, but if you tell someone who's interested in filmmaking what the film look is, they'll know what you're talking about. So I made a video titled How to Get the Film Look with Filmic Pro. And that video performed super well. And that was because I was using the words of the people I was targeting in my title. So you have to think about, who am I talking to, and do they have certain phrases or things they say if you're part of that group? So maybe another example might be Rocket League. People might understand what a dribble is in Rocket League, but anyone outside of Rocket League has no idea what you're talking about. They might think you're like, what's a dribble? So using the words of your audience that can connect with them, touch with them, that targets their pain points. Maybe a pain point of like my, with filmmakers could be, 5 mistakes filmmakers make when getting the film look. And now, not only am I using their words, but I'm targeting a pain point for that person. So targeting pain points, saying their words, talking about benefits and things that they want to have. Those are all different copywriting techniques and ideas that you can use to hook your audience in. So again, I'll have linked down below all the like videos, or even like an article to copywriting, probably a video, because YouTube wants people to stay on YouTube. So I'll probably have a link to a copywriting video once I go through and add all the chapters. But yeah, every YouTuber should study copywriting. Absolutely. All right. Good night. I know it's getting late. I probably should call it a night too. I'm going to lose my voice. But let's see if I can get through a few more of these. Is the music available in CapCut copyright free? It is not. Some of it might be. I'm not 100% sure what is and what isn't. But at least know rule of, I have had people reach out to me and tell me that the music in CapCut, got them a copyright claim where they couldn't use it for monetization, basically. So I would not recommend that. Let's see. Oh yeah. Grub Mud says, Colin, all I got is cash. All right, definitely. YouTube does take a cut of the super chats. I am in the process of getting Buy Me a Coffee set up, which is basically a web service that allows people to donate or be like a monthly supporter of the channel. That is something I'm actually getting set up sometime this month, which is also a great way to donate. Either way, I'm happy that you guys even want to send money my way. I appreciate that. But that would be a way where I think Buy Me a Coffee only takes 5% of a donation, which I think is pretty reasonable for like a donation website. So I will have that link out there eventually soon, but no worries. Let's see here. Do you know any good mobile recording app? Filmic Pro is definitely the best. It's $15. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but it is the best of the best. It's going to give you the best quality video. Otherwise, Samsung phones have the Pro Camera app built into their camera app. So you can just use that and you'll have all the pro controls right there. But there's also free apps out there that allow you to use manual controls. That's the key. Being able to control your ISO, shutter speed, and white balance manually is what you want to look for. So if you search manual camera app on the App Store, I'm sure you'll find some free versions that'll let you do that. Let's see. Madoka has returned. I did not forget you, sir. Thanks for coming back. Nice to see you again. How do you get a lot of subscribers? Add value to people. Solve their problems. That's the key right there. Solve people's problems. And in whatever niche you're in, help them solve their problems. So even if you're in gaming, help people solve their problems. How to start this game as a beginner. 7 mistakes people make in this game. Go through all those things, typical things people ask. What's the best setup? What's the best gear? What secrets? Are there any glitches that they can do? You know, solve people's problems, entertain them that way. It's a good way to get subscribers. I solve people's problems on video editing, and how to shoot with their phone. That's what got me to where I'm at right now. What app do you recommend for editing videos? I recommend using CapCut Video Editor. I think I believed in them. I believe in CapCut before I was sponsored by them. Even in current videos, I have been sponsored by them, but I still recommend them, you know, even before that, because it is a free video editor, no premium features, no watermark over the screen, the entire video, and has just professional features. You can't go wrong there. The only other thing I would recommend is, if you're going for a paid app, would be LumaFusion. That is what I use to edit my videos. But that's $30 and is currently only available on iOS, but will soon come to Android. Roma says Audio Evolution Mobile is a decent app for audio. So yeah, check that out. Audio Evolution, recommended by Roma. Let's see here. Have a good night, sir. And I actually should probably call it a good night here as well, because we are way over an hour. And I am starting to have a sore throat. But everyone who's here, thank you for watching this live stream. We hit over 30. We got over 30 views. That was awesome. I'm probably not going to do a live stream next week, as it is Christmas Eve. So I will probably, I'll know if we'll do one on New Year's Eve, possibly. If enough people want to do it on New Year's Eve, I guess we'll possibly. But otherwise, I'll probably see you guys in the new year. Have a happy Christmas. Have a happy New Year. And, you know, come 2022, you know, we're going to hit that 100K subscribers, which I'm so pumped for. It's going to be exciting. So yeah, you guys have a good rest of your year. And I will see you all then. Thanks for joining the live stream. Adios. See you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. All right, guys. I'll see you later.